something which is critical, which is with any of the tallies which you have, how to use the tally connector, and what is the XML extract which is part of it, and how do you exactly get that XML extract. So basically any software in the world interacts with the other softwares through something called an API. So in Tally's case, what happens is that Tally Solutions has got an XML API. So this is an integration capabilities which you will get it here, and within the integration capabilities that you will get, you will basically find that there's interfaces for. So basically there are two ways it does it. Tally ODBC is only for read only, and Tally XML is for read and write. So you can extract the data from Tally. So we'll be discussing this here. You can extract the data from Tally by Tally certified way by using XML or as ODBC, right? And in this particular video, we will be specifically looking at how to use the XML interface, how to understand the XML interface for our this thing. So this is understanding the Tally XML format. So this is a standard video. Tally has got a very good this thing is there, but I will show you how exactly to go it through Tally Prime. So you open your, so you come down here and you open your Tally Prime, right? Suppose I open my Tally Prime here, okay, and once I open my particular Tally Prime, I will export a particular voucher, okay. Now thereafter what you would do is you just go and download the Tally Prime developer. So you say Tally Prime developer download, right? So I'm just going to the server, and from there I'll be doing it, right? So you'll go down here, Tally Prime developer download, right? And you go here, and once you are at the Tally Prime developer download, you download this particular module and then you install it. Once you install it, then you will what will happen is and install it and you open it, you will get an interface like this. Now this default Tally is actually the entire Tally XML extract, Tally source code which they have opened up. So it's a very beautiful company wherein they have opened up how exactly they have made all the reports and all the collections here, right? So that is how one sees it. Now you have to understand here that I will be now opening it up, that within Tally what happens is that you can export. So what we have discovered is that you can export multiple attributes from Tally, right? From Tally, right? So Tally actually is a hierarchical database, and basically what it does is it stores the data as objects, right? Within those objects you can have methods, right? Now a collection of objects becomes a collection, right? So a group of objects becomes a collection. I'm just making it this thing so you can get it best in the Tally website also. A group of objects becomes a collection, right? Now based on the collection or the object, based on the collection or the object, one can make a report. So I'm not getting into the process of how do you make a report, but everything in Tally is form of a report. So here we have three things here: object, report, collection, right? Which we can actually store it. So basically, like for example, in this Tally schema which is there, so this is the core object, right? Within this there is a collection. So this collection is a group of methods. So this is a method here, but then this collection has an object inside it. So a collection can have multiple objects inside it, and then it can have multiple methods inside it. So collection can have multiple methods inside it. So a group of objects or other collections can actually make up a collection, right? And these are the core objects which are there. So this is the raw tally schema, and this is the default with the way the tally has actually built up its module. Now if I go down to the help and if I pick up the TDL samples, you'll find a lot of samples here. So tally actually gives you a lot of samples of how exactly you can make your report. So that tally will give you in a very, very nice way in its demo. Right, you can actually see it from this website. So do mark it on your website, the tally integration. Just go XML it, do it, and then tally will tell you how the XML site actually works. Right. Now what happens is that when after you open your tally, okay, now how exactly to do the XML integration is, and this is what I'm doing is, open your daybook. And within your daybook, you pick up payments. Say, suppose this particular voucher, and I say export. Okay, and I say current view. And then I say no, I do not want to introduce the masters. No, right? Due days with credit. This. And I say accept. And here I say, just one second. I go down to payments, I go down to export, I have to configure, right, and here you can actually say yes, and the C colon this thing, and you name it as payment underscore 51.xml. No. Okay, and I say accept, and then I say export. Yes. Now what has happened is, if you look at this particular path, this C colon, this is C colon program files tally prime. So I go here, C colon program files, and then I pick up tally prime. Okay, so I get an XML output here. Is it clear? Now this particular XML output is saying that I can import this data. What type of data? Vouchers. This is my sample, and this da. So this is how you actually get a voucher for importing of the data, which I will actually handle it. But this is how you get an XML output. Now I come down here within this, I'm going down from the server this thing. I open my tally this thing, and I open my tally connector. Now, within the tally connector, what I do is I type in http:// this. So this port has to be open, right? 9000 or 9001 and so forth. This port has to be open. So how exactly to do it in tally ERP9 is, you go here, you press enter. Tally is acting as both, and this is the port they are mentioning, right? So based on this, this port has to be open. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to show you. So I had discussed with you, there are 4 things you can export from tally. One is an object, one is a report, and one is a collection. The 4th thing is a function from tally. That means the tally built-in function, you can export it straight away, right? Now within the collections, there are the built-in collections of which tally has, right? Okay, but you can also make, one can also make own collections. I can also go and make my own collections. Similarly, in a report, you can have a built-in tally report. One can also make one's own report. Correct. Object, of course, I cannot change, because object normally it is there, and function is a built-in function which I'll be looking at. So for the purpose of this demo, we will be looking at how to export the built-in tally report and the built-in collections, right? And see what does tally have to offer as an output. So why is this an advantage? Why is it advantageous to know is the same is because one is you know that okay fine, what does tally have to offer in terms of XML extract, right? What does tally have to offer? Correct. I have to extract what this thing is there, right? ODBC I will discuss it in a separate this thing, but what does tally have to offer for collections and reports? So if you are making another software, right, this is the safest way to get reliable data, because this is tally source code. These reports and collections are going to be perfect. So this is the safest way to get a reliable data. Correct. So now you will actually see a demo. So everyone will get a demo and I will pick up this thing. And what one does is I pick up this envelope here. Alright, suppose so with this presentation in the notepad you'll get everything. So just ask it from here. Right. And what I do is I copy this entire envelope to envelope here, right? So now tally has explained this, how this envelope has been made is here is very well. I will show you the brief output like this. So what they have done is envelope, then I have a header tag and this header tag is being closed. Now within the header tag you have to have a version. So version is always 1, just mark it out. Then what is tally requesting? It can either be an import or an export or a sync, but right now we look at only the export. What is it type? Is it a report or is it a collection? So whatever is your collection. So here it is going to be collection or a report. So I will tell you how to get the report and the collection details, right? Then what is the collection name? All ledger, right? And then the header tag closes. After the header tag closes, then he looks at the body, right? And then he closes the body tag, right? Then within the body, he looks at what we call the description and he closes the description tag. After that, he looks at some static variables. So tally has got certain static variables. So static variables can be multifold, which is going to be SV current company, which is which company is there? SV from date, SV to date, correct? These are primarily the static variables by which you can actually specify which data to get. So I can specify, okay fine, for which company am I going to get, from which date to which date I'm getting it. I'm exporting it in XML format, right? And in this description, right? So this is the minimum. I go and press it and I say go. Once this go has happened, so this collection has been exported, right? And you get this particular output, right? So you have a ledger opening and closing, and what all is coming as part of it. So this particular ledger, what is the parent hierarchy, closing, what is the last voucher date, what is the parent type, the tax type, the ledger FBT category, debit totals, credit total. This is primarily to do with this. Clear? So this is how you will know that, look, what is the default tally exporting. Now I'll tell you how exactly tally does it. How to do it is, you go and look into this schema, right? I'm just showing it from a very layman's perspective, and pick up any module. Let's pick up ledger outstandings or say bills receivable. Click here. This bills receivable, you can see a report. You see this report is there. Correct. Now I want to see how this report comes out. So what I will do here is, I will now go down to this, I will take in the ready-made this thing, right, and don't, this thing is the bills receivable extra. Again I go here, here, and I pick this up. So I put the local host here, this is the Python here, right? I copy this, I go down to tools, I go to Tally connector, and this, correct. Then what I do is, I go and say, instead of collection, I want to export a report. And I want to export which report? This particular report. What is it? Bills receivable. And I press go. The moment I go here, then it's giving me within the envelope what is the bill date, what is the bill reference, what is the bill party. So now it's saying that, okay, fine, what particular attributes in this particular report am I actually getting through XML. Is it clear? So for example, if it's negative, it's a closing negative credit balance. If it's positive, then it is a positive closing balance. Now once you export this particular data, you actually see in all your XMLs that you will not get, which is one thing which we also found it was a bit strange, was that one does not get the value of SP current company. It does not export it, nor does it export the value of SV from date and SV to date. It will not come. Correct. So that is specified here, and this is a part of the export. Right. So I've just now shown you. So the learning points have been that I've shown you how exactly to know that how to export the sample data for reports and collections from Tally. Is it clear? Now all this is actually available on the Tally website also. Available on the Tally website also. So it's a standard Tally website, and all the mobile app companies are referring to the same. Right. So the mobile app companies would either be extracting the data through ODBC or through standard XML. They won't be doing anything else. The standard reports is what they're exporting, and this is what is going to be exporting. So it's good to know what am I exactly going to get out of it and where there could be gaps. Correct. So what we had done before was we had studied all of them, and then only after that found out that what is the gap, and then gone ahead and made a product. Now one particular requirement is which many people have is that they want to select certain fields only from the collection, certain fields only from the report. But another requirement which is there is that they want to make a cross-tab extract. That means, say my ledger balance, right? Say you have something like this, that I go here. So this is my name of the ledger. Then I want to see my closing balance on 01/03/2024. Then at 01/04/2024. Then 01/05/2024, and so forth. So for each of these thing, I want to see what is my closing ledger balance. So this is the typical problem which everyone has. So because everyone likes to look at it metrics. So for this kind of a thing, they have got something called a repeat set and repeat variables, right? So how it works is, and this is a sample which you will actually get here is if you look at it, and this I will actually show you how it works. Go here, I pick this up here, okay, escape, C colon, this is my tally difference folder, and I pick up this dynamic profit and loss. I pick this one up. Now here what is happening is, it's got the envelope, version 1, I'm exporting what data, which report, profit and loss, my header closes. Then my body starts my description. So within my description, I'm first looking at the static variables. My export flag is yes. SV export format is XML format. Current company is sample1. So here I change it to sample2 because this is my current company. Right. Then I say, what am I going to fetch? So I'm going to fetch this amount. Right. Now my fetch list actually it closes. Then across what? So repeat variables. I'm repeating this set from this state to this state. Then from this state to this state. So repeat set. It goes like this. And then this thing goes. And when I click it, then what happens is that for each display name sales account, I get my main account, the sub account, and all these things are there, right? So these sub amount and second account, the tally is given. So with this actually I've shown you how to get the fetch list, how to use the repeat set, how to export the report, how to export the built-in collection. And with this I come down to the first closure of the standard